All right, everyone. Welcome to Sports Injury Central pre-week 11 start sit Q&A. Feel free to send some start sit questions you got. Let people hop on. We're on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, all the above. I'll just run through some actives and actives while people are hopping on. Keenan Allen's a go. That shoulder was not really a concern. He did leave the game briefly last time, came out as a decoy, but came back, caught a touchdown. I think people have seen the Twitter picture where he's got the giant bump on one shoulder. This is to the other shoulder. Similar type injury, but lesser grade. So he'll be able to play through. He might have to take an pain numbing injection to play today, but no chance he's missing, especially with the lack of passing options they got out there. No Mike Williams, no Jalen Guyton today. So
no Gerald Everett.
No Gerald Everett. No main tight end. So Donald Parham day. Like every second catch he has is a touchdown. So great DFS play if
His
you guys
leg
are looking
is
for one.
taller than most people on this view.
Oh,
right
absolutely. Who else is gone? Joshua Palmer not playing. I think that's it. They got other people, but that's like the top 3 or 4. So hopefully you're not relying on Justin Herbert. I think we're on the under for him today against Packers. We just think it's gonna be a close game. Not gonna be chasing too much. Devin Achane. Forgot how to say his name. He's been gone too long. But he's active in the lineup. Expecting him to be full go. Raiders defense is run defense specifically leaves something to be desired. So good play if you guys got him back in your fantasy lineup. I think he's set for a big day. Especially with Mostert. He's got chronic knee issues, so he was always going to fade later in the season. That's why they have Achane. That's why they have Jeff Wilson Jr. Dante Foreman's going to play. Had that ankle last time, but Khalil Herbert's back, so interesting to see how much of a split they have. Probably going to be more Herbert. He's the fresher back coming back. Rico Dowdle also going to play behind Tony Pollard. Keep on sending the questions, guys. I'll get some on TikTok in a second. Pat Freiermuth back from the first week that he was designated off the hamstring. So good sign for him, the Packers, or good sign for him, the Steelers. Big game against the Browns. That's probably why they wanted him back so soon. I don't know how involved he's going to be in that offense. Zay Jones made it back as well. As far as inactives, we got Antonio Gibson, Jalen Guyton, Noah Brown, Michael Wilson. So might be a little more of a Rondale Moore day.
I like Rondale Moore.
Yeah, Michael Wilson's more the red zone target, big body, but Rondale Moore remembers how to play with Kyler. So
it might be Kyler remembers Wilson too, because apparently he re-aggravated the shoulder in practice.
He played through the shoulder last week and then re-aggravated practice, so it might be a couple weeks for him. Let's get some start sit questions. Marcus Mariota, nice. What? 81 says Dobbs or Hurts.
Don't start him.
Dobbs or Hurts. It's incredible that we're talking about that. It's Jalen Hurts. Don't kid yourself. Amari Cooper or Devontae Smith. I'd go Hurts and Devontae Smith. That's a good stack right there.
DTR, you don't know what you're gonna get yet.
I love Dobbs, but yeah, you don't know what you're getting with DTR and Amari Cooper. Dobbs going against the Broncos. We're actually kind of on the Broncos this week. I think the Vikings without Justin Jefferson, we didn't mention at the top, but Justin Jefferson going to be another week. They have a week 13 bye, which would affect his availability in week 12. They're probably going to rest him through the bye, not risk him early on. They get the Bears next Monday night, so probably smarter to rest him. He did have a hamstring injury. Those are tough to judge by video, but probably a little more severe than they let on since they put him on IR. DJ or Nico at the flex. DJ Moore and Justin Fields. I don't know. That never really worked when Fields pre-thumb injury. Nico Collins coming back off that calf injury, so it might be more Nico. But I know DJ Moore has been great.
DJ Moore did really well with before.
I thought he popped a little bit.
500 plus yards.
Okay, never mind.
He had 5 touchdowns. So I mean, maybe 4.
Yeah,
so that's pretty good.
He
was a top 5 fantasy wide receiver before Fields was out.
Okay, DJ Moore gets the Lions or
yes.
Yes. No more to be said. DJ Moore, sorry,
Did
not
you
led you straight to
Nico.
The
Lions will be up early.
They give up a lot.
Throwing the ball.
They can chase.
Yeah.
James Cook or Ford. We do think they're going to be pounding the rock. The Browns with the lack of a quarterback. So Ford and Hunt are both plays this week. James Cook, I know he had some fumbling problems last week. One bounced right back to his arms, luckily, but
that wasn't a problem.
That was not a problem. So I'm leaning forward on that, even though it's a Steelers defense, but they have been vulnerable to the run in fantasy this year. Rachaad White, McBride or Rice at flex. I think it's McBride. I don't know.
He looked really good with Murray.
You're relying on a Rashee Rice touchdown every week, which he delivers, but McBride's been automatic. He's getting all the target share there. Ayuk or Puka? I think it's Ayuk. Probably other weeks it's going to be Puka, but still the Seahawks defense is tough. So first week back for Matthew Stafford, good to have him back. Definitely sustains Puka and Cooper Kupp, which was the case with Stafford in there. So good options going forward, but I think it's Ayuk this week. Deontay Johnson or Darrell Henderson. Deontay Johnson, I know they don't get near the end zone a lot. Kenny Pickett has 6 passing touchdowns, but I think he's healthier off that hamstring, so might be a little better there. Thanks for question on TikTok, guys. I'm catching up, looking on YouTube as well. Tank Dell or Hollywood Brown? I think it's Tank Dell. I mean, Marquise Brown didn't get a ton of involvement last week against
he had a 25% usage, though.
Against the Falcons. Yeah, didn't see the target share, but he was out there running routes, all that stuff. So I don't know if it'll be better this week against Texans. I think it's Tank Dell going against Arizona. Those are both in that same matchup, so I think I like Tank Dell a little better on that one. Javonte or Saquon Barkley. It's kind of interesting what's happened to Saquon Barkley with the offensive line and the quarterback play. Javonte has looked a little better, but I think you just trust Saquon in your lineup. Against the Commanders, they lost their they gave up their 2 best DNs at the deadline. Maybe that helps Tommy DeVito a little bit. I don't know. I saw he got a free chicken parm this week from a deli in New York. So
he needs a lot.
He needs a lot. Needs a lot of help and encouragement, but good that he's out there. But doing better than I can do. Brandon Cooks or George Pickens at the flex. I know Cooks popped last week, but his seasons overall has been kind of disappointing. Maybe they unlocked him. Pickens has kind of just been disappointing of late, especially with Deontay Johnson rejoining the lineup. That's a tough one there, but I might need Cooks. Although that game's liable to be a blowout against Carolina, so I don't know how much they're going to be passing a lot. Let's see. Start 3: Brees, Aaron Jones, Achane, Devin Singletary. We talked about Achane. I think Brees Hall is going to do for a good week as well. I'm trying to see who they play. Jets against Buffalo. That might be a little tough, but they are without Daquan Jones still, so a little bit of advantage there. Aaron Jones getting more action. I might go Achane, Brees, and Aaron Jones if you're starting 3 of those. Robinson, Henry, or Singletary. I know they didn't involve Derrick Henry a lot, but he's still Derrick Henry and his division opponent going against Jacksonville. I think he's going to be plenty involved. Tyjae Spears is not the answer going forward. They know that. Just more of a spot role. Cortland Sutton or Jaden Reed. Cortland Sutton or Rashee Rice, I think, is head-to-head competition for who's going to catch a touchdown every week. Cortland Sutton's just an incredible red zone threat.
The Vikings are going to be without their number 1 corner, so it could be a good game.
Vikings down the number 1 corner. I think Cortland Sutton finds the end zone again this week, so I'd go with Cortland Sutton. KJ Osborne, I picked him up. He might be a play this week with Justin Jefferson still out. So KJ Osborne and Jaden Reed, I might lean KJ Osborne. Josh Allen or Sam Howell. Shout out to Sam Howell for being in that conversation. I think it might be Sam Howell this week. Josh Allen going against the Jets. It's a tough defensive matchup. Sam Howell going against the Giants. I know it's a division opponent, but Sam Howell can sling it. We're on.
One's going to turn the ball over, one's not.
And it's not the Wolfman. So we like Sam Howell in that matchup. We're on the Terry McLaurin receiving yards too over for anyone that follows along. Again, sick pick, sick data is where you can get all the field views. I'm scrolling through on my little tablet here to find the injury advantages for prop plays, fantasy, all that stuff. I'll take a couple more questions and we'll hop off. Kyler, Jalen Hurts. Why do people want to sit Hurts? I know he's got the knee banged up a little bit. He's rushing a little less, but he's an automatic rushing touchdown. I was looking to trade him at the deadline, and then I decided to hold on to him because he's a man. Kansas City's defense wasn't too impressive against the Dolphins. I mean, in one half they were. So I think Jalen Hurts, don't question it. Remember, Kyler Murray still got coming off the ACL. He had a good game rushing last time, but that's not going to be every week. Debo or Wilson, I'm assuming that's Garrett Wilson. Debo's a tough one. You need a little bit more rushing work from him to sustain his value because it's all Ayuk in the passing game, and it was Kittle last week. But Garrett Wilson going against Buffalo, they do have some defensive issues. I might lean Debo this week. See, Dobbs or Fields. That's actually a decent quarterback debate.
I'm gonna go Fields.
I think
it's a Dobbs dud game. He needs one.
Dobbs dud game.
He needs one.
He can't continue the Dobbs sanity run forever.
Don't tell him he
can't. We all love Dobbs. We're all believing in Dobbs, but he got to regress to the mean eventually. I think Fields this week. I think Fields is going to come back looking to run. They get a good matchup against Detroit. I don't know that that's going to be that close the whole time, but Detroit without starting safety CJ Gardner-Johnson still. So I think Fields is going to have some opportunities to get out the pocket and run a bit as he's known to do. Thanks for all the questions, guys. Streaming in on TikTok. I'll do two more and then I'll hop off. Thielen or Terry McLaurin? We've been on Terry McLaurin this week. Giants have a lot of issues in their secondary, a lot of red. So I think it's Terry McLaurin this week over Adam Thielen. Got a question on our YouTube as well. Rice or Garrett Wilson? I think Garrett Wilson. I know it's tough on paper matchup against Buffalo, but they have Tre'Davious White out. I think Christian Benford's still out. So going to be tough for the Bills to slow Garrett Wilson down. I know Zach Wilson's the real floor there, but I think you just trust the number one wide receiver. Godwin or Madison? We don't know that Madison is fully going to clear. I know that's tough to wait to the night game. Kind of expect him to. He did FP on Friday, but you never really know. Godwin is probably the more sustainable option. It depends what you're looking for in your matchup stability or someone to pop. Ty Chandler's been good in that offense for the Vikings, so I think they might lean him a little bit more. All right, thanks, guys, for the questions. Got to hop off, get to some other stuff here, but